what resulted me in recording this video was this question. I was just watching YouTube and YouTube keep recommending me videos on REITs, and there was this title that was so glaring, 18,000 portfolio. I don't know, I feel that 18,000 is a lot of money. So and looking at the question, right, shared by asked by this person, after selling GEM, what is the impact on the DPU? What I feel like saying is that it makes me a little bit worried, because that's not the first thing that I'll look at first. I think it's even looking at the quality of the business operation. So if you have watched my other videos, you know that I always go from the business side point of view before I even look at what is the dividend yield that I'm getting. No. Just look at the business operations first, okay? Of course, the video itself brought up 3 risks. I am not invalidating those things, I'm acknowledging it. 3 risks, especially the first risk about whether is it the sponsor exiting, that doesn't come in my assessment, even though it is necessary at certain points. What I'm just thinking is, it is your own money. Don't bother whether the sponsor is going to exit, right? Look at the business right now. Definitely, because the results came out in the August, I think I'm 1 month late, but I just want to share. When you look at the presentation, the details are very brief, right? But to answer the question whether what's the impact to the DPU, first thing I just want to make sure that you understand how a REIT makes money, right? Borrows money, buy assets, lease it out, and get some return. It's basically this game, and what we as unit holders is earning this spread. So if you look at the entire presentation, which I assume you should have, right? If you have 18,000 in Lendlease, or even $1,000, $2,000, as long as you have money inside invested in Lendlease REIT, please invest some time to shift your focus to becoming a business owner, right? They have provided the key highlights. What I'm going to show you next is this finance cost, which is from the profit and loss statement. Remember the simple game that REIT managers need to play: cost of borrowing, and what is the returns in the Lendlease financial year, right? It's 68.2 million. And next, what do I want to compare it with? It's actually found in the balance sheets, which is the loans and the borrowings, right? So if you just add up the total borrowings in the current liabilities and the non-current liabilities, we get around of 1.535 billion, because I did my sums. Okay, I did some of my sums just to give me a brief idea. Finance cost divided by the total borrowing, we come up to a 4.4% cost of borrowing as of now. Then the question would be, hey, if I borrowed at 4.4%, are my assets even generating more than 4.4 in order to make business sense, right? Where do we look at right now is just to look at the performance of each building. What you can see here is 313. We're going to just look at 2 simple points: the net property income and the property value. We're going to find out the property yield percentage and then compare it with the cost of borrowing. So for 313, at least I can see that the net property income is at 38.1, and the property value is 1.026 billion. And taking the property yield, and that's a 3.7%. So now you have 3.7%, but that's based on 2023, okay, versus a current cost of 4.4. Next one, GEM. So net property income from GEM is 93.4 million, and the property value is at 2.188 billion. What's the property yield? 4.2. In fact, when I was looking at the Lendlease, I was even thinking, hey, whether is it because the property valuations for overseas assets have been dropping. In the latest presentation, there was a slight drop, but looking at the whole thing, it seems like Lendlease is pretty focused on Singapore. I put that aside and zoom back and focus on the property yield. So net property income from Sky in Sing dollars is 22.4 million, and the property valuation was provided in euros. That was 290.5 million euros. Taking an exchange rate as of now 1.43, that accounts to 415.4 million property value, and the property yield is 5.3. A summary: 313, you get a property yield of 3.7. Gem, you get a property yield of 4.2. Sky is at 5.3. So now if you know that, hey, my cost is 4.4, but with comparing it with each yield that I'm getting back, which one will make sense? It seems like as of now, only holding Sky would make sense. And if you look at the entire structure of that Lendlease REIT, I personally feel that it doesn't make any business operation sense. Of course, this is the way that I'm doing my figures, right? The management may have another way, you may have another way, but at the end is making sense of the numbers to help myself and yourself reach a decision whether you want to continue on holding Lendlease, regardless if it's $1,000 they've invested, $500, $200, 10,000, 18,000, 100,000. Doing these numbers at least help you have more confidence in your own investment decisions.
If you have a more REIT in your portfolio, I'll recommend that you watch this video.